Hello guys and welcome. I'm Joel Jacobson from Evolve Ministry, an online university for self-mastery. I want to talk today about why use aerokinesis as the primary kinesi, to indicate your connection to the universal mainframe, to the universe. This universal connection that I teach and I've learned in this university, it's pretty fundamental. It's a connection that once you establish with your environment, you're able to produce side effects, and these side effects are the movements of the tin foil when you do telekinesis. It's a side effect of, well, moving the pinwheel here. It's all these different things that you experience from this connection, and primarily I like doing aerokinesis as a method of practice because I come back home from a long day of, I don't know, absorbing a lot of people's energies, or waking up after a dream or after a long night's sleep or a terrible sleep, something to ground me and kind of quiet the chatter from the head, from the neck up, and start working from the neck down, because these chakra columns that are connected to the trunk of the body, they're infused with these bodies that help you navigate and help you produce results or instantaneous mirroring of reflection of inner intention, inner energy. Aerokinesis itself is a side effect. It's air. Air is the lightest density. It's so easy to produce something because it's just gaseous air. It's elements and that function. It's connecting to the atoms and the ions in the atmosphere, especially this toposphere here, and producing movement. And the movement can only be generated when you're connected. When you're not connected, most people experience this non-connection. They'll see that there's no movement at all. Everything's dead around them. I experienced it many times, asking myself, what's wrong? Why can't I move? Why can't I produce any movement? Why can't I pick up the wind? Why can't I play with the wind? Why isn't the trees or the bushes or anything responding to me just by even moving my hands repeatedly in circular motions or any type of friendly motion that the universe likes? Why wouldn't you want to respond? And it's all about really that practice that you do that quits the chatter in the head and brings you to be in this column, this spinal column chakras. There it is that you emanate thought intention, not as pure visualization, as just thought itself as a construct that's in the head, but that you transfer it through this bridge here, through this tunnel, through this wormhole of sound that's produced, and into this column that can be expressed in different centers in a unique form. It being the root chakra here, if you can bring that energy, that intention down there, you're anchoring yourself into the physical place, the physical body, because that's the anchor of the energy is going to be expressed there as the physical energy, physical connection to the physical universe. But then you have the emotional body here, and emotional body would be the same data. It's just this body interpreted to you and in your brain, and your receiving and transmitting organ. It's ability to receive the same data but interpret it in a different way for consciousness to kind of experience life and navigate life. Navigate the different signals from your environment, since emotions are pretty much signals from your environment. The same data that you can also bring up to here to the solar plexus, where the solar plexus is, well, primarily a thought construct of ideas, notions, objects in their pure form, without a concept built up to them with an opinion or anything. They're just raw data, but they're raw data in in a mental body, mental construct, what we perceive as mental construct, like this pinwheel. It's just a mental construct. It's this object, but emotionally I can connect to it, and it's going to be the same data because all I'm perceiving here is light projecting itself through the atoms, and each colored atom gives different experience visually. But I mean, I can't rely on just my visual sensory data to interpret what's happening around me in my environment. I learn to work with all these other centers that help me navigate in this body. So when I quit the chatter in my head and come into my body, I find that I have more connection, and I find that aerokinesis is so fundamental, so easy to produce movement, that it's a great way to indicate for yourself that you're connected. And then, I mean, once you practice enough aerokinesis and you're good at it, and I'm good enough to just come by in my backyard and just pick it up immediately, just activate it. And days that are a little challenging because I'm a little bit too much in my head and not enough in my body, I do some breathing exercises, some push-ups, some stretching, all kinds of stuff to quit the chatter and come back into my body. And then there's movement that's produced by all these objects here in this environment. So why make aerokinesis your primary method of connecting to the universe? Because it's the air element. It's easy to produce. It's just that easy. It's easier than telekinesis, especially telekinesis under glass. So I invite you guys to take a closer look at aerokinesis and not be so infatuated in moving solid objects so soon. Try to work on what's light, what's easy, and what's responsive immediately, so you can learn from how your thoughts influence objects so instantaneously. Plus, once you develop that relationship with nature, with your connection, that when you go up to a pinwheel, to psi wheel, to any type of object that you want to practice on in a confined environment, like underneath a glass, you'll be seeing that it's just a matter of reconnecting. But once you're familiar with this connection and what's it all about, that connection becomes easier to attain, easier to cultivate, even in the more tiring and harder environments like tinfoil underneath the glass. So I invite you guys to start taking your self-mastery seriously by picking up a windmill and just connecting with it. I truly do think that this proves my point. Believe it or not. No beliefs, no opinions, no expectations, and no promises, because it's really you going out to nature, you're going out to having objects like a pinwheel here and a windmill and working with it, developing your connection, because nobody's gonna show you the steps unless you go to hardcore nature and see how ruthless it is and how humble it is and really discovering that all this emotions that it's showing you in return, it's actually generated from within. It's coming from within you. So that is all. You guys have a lovely day, and I'm looking forward to your evolution. Blessings.